Cancer, welcome to the Tarot Room. My name is Robin. And Cancer, today, let's do a past, present, future reading. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's recently gone down, how you're feeling, or let's just get the past energies, find out if it's your reading, see how you're feeling now, where the situation stands. We'll get the future energy. Then we're going to see what's being hidden, what you're not seeing, and what you need to see, what needs to come to light. And we'll get the biggest challenge and advice. The overall energy here is being flexible. Going with the flow, adjusting on the fly. It's a little bit of adjustments here with this flexible energy. Let's get into your reading because the past energy here is in reverse. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse. Okay, when a court card comes in reverse, it does represent somebody having a negative influence on our life. And this is a masculine energy here and a very fiery energy. Aries, Leo, Sag. Heavy emphasis on Leo. Where you are right now, though, is the sun. That's your present energy, okay? And the future energy is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What's being hidden? What's Cancer not seeing? King of Cups, the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. What's the biggest challenge here in this situation? The Page of Swords. An awful lot of court cards in the reading here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Advice? Five of Wands is in reverse. Okay. There's the Two of Cups. There's the Eight of Wands. There's definitely there's challenges with a person. There's a lot of communication, a lot of talking, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions here. I feel I see what's going on, but let's start with the King of Wands in reverse. Let's see what happened here, because the past energy is the King of Wands in reverse. So it could have been someone who was, there's the friend. There's the Eight of Cups in reverse. There's Justice. Having to walk away from a friend, a person, a friend, a connection, lover, relationship. Knight of Pentacles. You didn't want to. Two of Pentacles, but you had to. So there, why? The Page of Swords. You learned something out. Okay, so you found something out about this person. There's the Four of Pentacles. They lied to you. This is someone who held something from you. They lied to you here, Cancer, and you found that out. Whatever the lie was, whatever they didn't tell you, was enough. It's like you had to walk away. You didn't want to, but you had no choice. So you had to let this person go because they weren't honest with you. And, well, it's not acceptable. So whatever the lie was enough for you to say, I gotta walk away, but you didn't want to. The Tower was there, so it was unexpected. You didn't want to, but you had no choice, right? Taylor Swift said in that song, look what you made me do. And that's what they made you do. Now, the present energy, though, is the sun. So it's like, you're okay with it? You're happy? What is the sun here? You're moving on? What's the sun energy here for Cancer? The Eight of Pentacles. Six of Wands is in reverse. Yeah, you could just be focusing on work. The Ace of Cups. And the Five of Pentacles with the Three of Wands. Yeah, so you're at peace with it. You're okay with it. I do feel you're just either focusing on yourself, focusing on work, but you're not really focusing on what happened with that person. You're just going with the flow, right? You can't change what happened. You can't change that they lied to you. They didn't tell you something. So nothing you can do. The only thing that you can do here is, work on yourself, work on your friendships with other people, or just focus on work. Two of Wands. Yeah, you're seeing, you're dealing with this differently than you may have dealt with it in the past. So there's this element where you can't change this person. There's really nothing you can do about it, right? It's like completely outside your control. So you just kind of see that, and you're just looking towards your future. You can't really change what happened. So there's a very, je ne sais quoi, que sera, going with the flow type of energy here at the present moment. But with the sun, you're just alchemizing it, and you're just kind of at peace here. Now, the future energy is the Knight of Cups in reverse. We'll see why. We'll see what happens to get us there. But first of all, let's see what's being hidden. Let's see what you don't see. Because with the Knight of Cups here, I do feel this is this King of Wands, this Emperor energy, the masculine energy. The Hierophant. Justice. Whoa. Whoa, the Eight of Swords in the world. What you don't see and what you don't realize is, like, if this is a relationship, like love relationship, this person wants to marry you, they want to spend your life with you, you don't realize how deep their feelings are. And if this is just maybe a friendship or a family member that you've had some conflict here with Cancer, this would be more of they want to make it up to you. Either way, they want to make it up to you, but you don't realize that. So they're not telling you, they're not saying it, they're just thinking of ways to make it up to you. We'll see what that means here in the near future. It tells me they're going to do a little something, because they definitely don't want you out of their life. That much is clear. Now with the Justice and the Hierophant, they could also be learning, you know, principle of cause and effect, right? The spiritual law of every choice you make will have a positive or a negative consequence here. And this could be them really learning and understanding actions have consequences, and whatever they lied or didn't tell you, there is a consequence for them for that. Truth always comes out, baby, and the truth will set you free. But what you don't see, or what you don't see, what's being hidden from you, Cancer, is that they want to make this up to you. The biggest challenge is the Page of Swords. Maybe them knowing how, because he's looking right at this King of Cups here. Let's understand this. What's this biggest challenge with this Page of Swords? The Nine of Pentacles. Them getting you back. That's going to be this is like you're happier without them. The Four of Cups. The Three of Cups is what's spit out here with the Nine of Pentacles. Especially if this is love or relationship, the biggest challenge is going to be able to make it up and get you back. And again, if it's a friendship or a family member, it's kind of like you're just realizing that life is better, life is easier, life is less dramatic. You're good. And that's going to be the challenge here is well, being able to make that up to you and being able to create harmony in this connection. The advice is the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. There's the Hermit. There's the advice, Cancer. They're definitely going to reach out. They're definitely going to be, I'm going to see what's said in the conversation. There's the Empress. The Emperor, you know your value. We'll see what's being said in the conversation. But the advice is not to fight, not to argue. It's to accept their apology. Sure, I appreciate that. But I'm over this. Like, I'm done. I've walked away. You know, we have to just let it go and just move on. We're not really going to be friends again, or we're not really going to be buddies or bum buddies or lovers, you know. So it's kind of expect the apology, create peace, but still walk away. Don't argue, don't yell, I'm not going to say don't yell, but it's like, just say thank you for the apology and move on, right? It's like, don't converse about the issue, because I don't think you want to resolve the issue, right? If so they're like giving excuses or giving an explanation, just accept the explanation, you know. I accept it, you know, I accept your apology, but the thing is I've moved on. That's the kind of, like, they don't want you to argue, which tells me that if you argue or don't accept the apology or don't accept their explanation, they might kind of blow up. And so the easiest way and the smoothest way to get out of that conversation, let me say that, would be to accept the apology and move on. But that's the advice. Let's see what you do in a moment or two, because let's get some tarot oracle cards. As always, I always do it. It's nothing new. Let's get your oracles. Let's see what they want to say. And then we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll see what you do. We'll see how the conversation actually goes. What does Cancer need to surrender to when it comes? Stubbornness. So if you're tensing up about or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you to communicate more lovingly with yourself and with others. And the spirit animal. What is the spirit animal message here for Cancer? Spirit animal message here for Cancer. Dragon. Yeah, a little bit of passion. I'm not so sure how this conversation is going to go. We'll see. We have the dragon, the passion energy. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and to be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble. All right, Cancer, let's do it. Let's get down to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in a month. Let's go a month out. Let's see. We know a conversation's coming. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse, which tells me it might be a little bit of pettiness or a little bit of There's the masculine. There's the Emperor. There's the conversation. Let's get a little detail here. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. And there's the Hanged Woman, there's Judgment, Seven of Cups, and the Tower. You don't know what to do. Okay, The Knight of Cups in reverse is an overwhelming emotion here. You don't know what to do. Here is this person coming, laying it on the line. You're in a 90s movie. They're got the boombox on the shoulders. It's raining outside. They're telling you everything. They're down on their knees, begging you, please. But this is a person who's really wanting to work this out. They're really wanting to talk to you, tell you how they feel. They want to put the work in. They don't want to lose you. They don't want to walk away. They don't want you to walk away from them. They want to build this. They want to work on this, right? However it's applying. They want to solve the problem. And it puts you into a very strong position of uncertainty. What do you do? The Four of Pentacles is there, and the Five. You're holding back. You're not speaking your truth here. You're not speaking your truth. I think they catch you off guard here with what they say. I feel a lot of passion and just like raw emotion, and you feel that, right? Like I do feel there's a history with this person. So Cancer, you're going to have a decision to make in a month, and this person's going to want to put the effort in. They do not want you to walk away from them, and here you are having to make a decision, overwhelmed and confused. And I already gave you the advice for that, but you're going to make the best decision that you're going to make for yourself, but I don't see you making it. The Eight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. What's the Eight of Wands? What's the Page of Cups? You're telling them what you want, and then the Two of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So in this conversation, you're telling them what it is that you want, what your expectations are, and you're going to judge it by how they react. You're going to read their body language. So you're going to make it clear what it is that you want. You're going to make it clear what your boundaries are, your expectations are, your goals, right? What it is that you want. And what I see you doing here is judging by their reaction. I don't have a reaction. So that tells me that it's going to play out differently for you guys. Some of you you'll go in different directions, but that's what I see you doing, is making it clear what you want. And you'll know from their body language, from their reaction, if you're on the same page, if they want the same things, and if it's going to work out for you. And that's what I see you doing here in a month. That's what I got, Cancer. And that's the energy we picked up on today. So I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated and benefited you. And as always, if you like your reading, if you like my style, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. Thank you. I always appreciate your support. And let's close your reading off with your final message. Final message for Cancer, baby. What do we have here? Every morning, look into the mirror and affirm positive words into your life. As you move throughout your day, take a moment to look into the mirror. While looking into your own eyes, recite these words aloud or silently. I love myself unconditionally. I am always enough. All right. And for those of you that like the yes or no, let's do it. Yes or no? What is the answer for Cancer? The answer is never. Okay, Cancer, I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.